Hey guys, so I am here to switch Raven's body and switch out his eyes and possibly put a magnet in. We'll see if I fit it all into one video or not. We're gonna try, but I have a feeling probably not. But at the very least I'm gonna start by taking him off his old body, which I'm not a fan of this body because I don't like full front legs. I don't care for this. I would rather have 3/4 leg on his new body. See the difference? It's got these, and this one does not. It's just personal preference. There's nothing wrong with this body. I just like this one better, and it'll make him a little bit longer, so he can fit 0 to 3 month size clothes instead of newborn. I may also disassemble Hazel on camera as well. So Draven has string ties, which I didn't realize till this morning. So it's going to be kind of a challenge to get him apart. I may have to just cut them, but I'm hoping not. It'd be nice to have to keep the strings in. If you hear weird noises, it's my cat. She was nowhere to be found until I started trying to set the camera up. Then she decided it was time to hang out. Yeah, this is not going to be... But anyway, to remove their limbs, you just gotta go along where the cloth ends are and either clip or untie all the strings or cable ties. See, he has strings, so I'm probably gonna cut the video soon and I'll take them all off, but a lot of reborns have cable ties, which I believe, yes, she does. Hazel does. So you can see the back of her neck. She's got this plastic thing. So you have to kind of fish around to find it and clip it and be extra careful that you don't ruin the paint. I mean, unless that's not your concern. With her, it's not going to be a concern because I'm taking her apart to repaint her. I have her on the chair, but I think the cat's probably going to shove her off in a second. But yeah, be extra careful about their paint. I find toenail clippers, especially the ones you can get the ones that go sideways, are really good for clipping zip ties. Because if you use a regular pair of scissors, it's so big and gummy, you're guaranteed to screw up the vinyl. But I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut the video here, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I've got Draven's head and limbs all taken off his body. I didn't end up cutting the ties. I just if the limbs aren't stuck very much, you can just kind of squeeze them a little bit and wedge them out. Just be really careful you're not hurting the paint. That's all. But this is really good to do if you get a doll and you're not sure what's inside it, or if you don't trust that the person you bought it from would be honest about what's inside it. I mean, I'm not really overly concerned about him, but you never know. So I just have a bowl here just to catch any weird stuff, but I'm just taking the polyfill and putting it in I have a bag next to me of polyfill, so I'm just gonna, seems decent enough, so I'll keep it. Maybe put it back in him once he's on his different body. And let's see, glove. Looks like glass beads in a glove. That's not unusual, and nothing really wrong with that. But I like to use stockings, because then it's not like you get weird finger lumpies and stuff. I don't like that. But there's nothing, oh god, no, shocking about finding a glove inside a reborn. That's common. His old body all emptied out. and I'll save it because you never know, might have another baby that could use it. So just to be sure, and this is why you get a bowl, I'm going to cut this glove open and empty out what's inside. Pretty sure it's glass beads. Yep. I should have a trash bag, but I don't. Yep, glass beads, good. And the same thing with the limbs. A lot of times they'll have plugs, so if they don't, they'll have just polyfill to hold them in, hopefully. So I just pull that out. Let's see. What else? And it's not really necessary to empty the limbs when you're switching the body, but I'm going to in this case just because I want to start over. Make everything exactly the way I want it when I put it back together. So. And also, where I've never bought from this artist before, I want to make sure that I know what's in him. Actually, I think there's like glass beads up to here, so I think I'm actually going to leave those alone. So I can see what they are. And I'm going to put glass beads back in, so there's no point to dump them out. But I want to put more. So. I'll tell you what, once you spill glass beads somewhere, it's like glitter. It'll just haunt your life, and it gets into everything, and you can never clean it, and it's annoying. So I hung out a lot with my art teacher in high school, and she would never ever let us do any projects with glitter. She hated it so much. I may need to get some tweezers to pull this out. Hope not. So that means I'd have to pause the camera. I don't like doing that a lot because then that means more editing for me. If I'd thought to have them in the first place. There's still more polyfill in there. How did she get polyfill in there that deep? Maybe I will pause because I'm going to do the same thing to the other arm. So I'm going to empty them all out and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. I got all of his limbs and forgot to show you, I got his head emptied out too, which had the same thing pretty much as his body. It had some polyfill and some glass beads inside a glove. So I cut it open, emptied it out, and I put all the glass beads I emptied out of him into this measuring cup here. But I'm going to switch out his eyes, and I noticed they're full round eyes. They're a little bit different eyes than what I normally see in there. And they're glued in pretty good, so I sprayed some of this Goo Gone inside, and I'm going to hope that's going to loosen him up so I can get him out. So I'm just going to kind of leave his head to the side for that to kind of hang out in there for a little bit. And I didn't spray a whole lot because I don't want it to like seep through and ruin his paint on the outside. So, I want to add more glass beads in these limbs because most of them are only filled like to here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a cup. So I just find that I make the least amount of mess. You could totally just, you know, dump them right in the limb, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm starting to make a stocking when I'm going to be putting inside limb. Oh man. You'll have to forgive my scatterbrainedness because I worked a lot over the weekend and I stayed awake for a full 24 hours after I was done, so fun times. But I got a set of funnels. I believe this is the biggest one, or the second to the biggest one. I got a set of funnels at the dollar store for literally $1. And these work nicely for this. And then you can just dump them in. And it's not going to make a huge mess. You have to kind of dump a little bit in. And then make sure it's all worked down in. And how much you put in is totally up to you. I know some people too who will put some beads and they'll put some polyfill and then they'll put some more beads and then whatever. It's what you like. But I normally fill them most of the way up with beads and then put some polyfill on top. It's kind of trial and error to figure out what you like and what you want to do. Get some polyfill. I think that's something that came out of his head, actually. I really like the polyfill that's in him. I'm going to have to ask her what, like, brand or whatever she buys. Oh, and I can tell you the name of his artist. Pull her up on Instagram. Her Instagram is Savannah26889. That's who I bought Draven from. She's, he was only the 4th baby she painted, so he's not perfect, but, I like him a lot, and, she was very good to work with, and the price was fair for what I got, so, and you guys know me, I'm not out for perfection, so. Usually when I'm putting polyfill in these, I usually pack it just as tight as I can to make sure that the glass beads can't leak out. I don't know why, I'm not a huge fan of limb plugs. They're just not my thing. So there's one leg. I should probably cut the video because I don't know how exciting this is to watch me put beads into his lungs. This is thrilling. I'm gonna have to open up one of my new things of beads to have enough for his arms and for the weighting in his body. I'll be back after I fill up the limbs. Hey guys, I'm back. I did finish filling the limbs, but then I wanted to start working on his head, and I didn't want you guys to have to watch that because getting eyes out is a pain. And this one was especially bad because most reborns, as a lot of you guys know, take half round eyes. Now these are not half round eyes, so she had to put a whole lot of glue to hold them in place. And I was starting to get discouraged that the eyes weren't going to come out, and I was going to have to put him back together with his old eyes still in. I'll show you the holes and everything's all clean in there now. But this stuff is magical. Okay? Magical. Because, well, I had sprayed it in there and I left it for a minute or two while I was filling the limbs, and I couldn't get the eyes to budge. So I sprayed some more. Wait a little bit, and I still couldn't seem to get them to budge. But what I was doing was I was going from the inside of his head. But then I noticed once I set his head down like this, and I took my tweezers here, and I started, like, pushing the eye in. It moved, and it actually slid and popped out from pushing it that way, instead of trying to pull from the inside. And then I went in, and I was able to just peel all the glue out from the inside of his head, basically into two big pieces that came out. And this has got to be some heavy duty glue, because I couldn't get it to budge before, and it's still solid. Like, it feels like plastic. But it's all out. And I'm just, it's shocked right now that it even worked. And I want to show you that real quick. So I'm going to, I'll assemble his body for you guys, but I won't be able to put his head on because I'm going to be putting his new eyes in. See, these ones have like these brownish orange irises. These ones have no irises, they're just black. And I'm going to put those in. I'm going to pop them in the sockets. And put another whole pile of glue back there. I use Gem Tack. It's a permanent glue, but it doesn't smell as strong as the E6000 does. But the E6000 is a bit stronger. But I usually just go with the Gem Tack. So I'm gonna pop his eyes in. And we'll put his body together and do all that fun stuff too. Oh, and we gotta put a pacifier magnet in, so I'll do that after we get the eyes in. So I'll